Press the bell icon and never miss an update from Pharma Knowledge.
All right. So let's start with our today's topic, DNA replication. आज खत्म करेंगे फर्स्ट हाफ में 10 to 12, DNA transcription 4 to 6 second half, and translation we'll see in the next week or probably Monday, Tuesday around. Tomorrow we'll continue with our pending topic of anti-diabetics. So we'll finish the anti-diabetics tomorrow and then we'll go ahead. Let's start. Before moving on to exactly what are the processes involved in all the three steps, DNA replication, transcription and transcription, let's understand some basic terminologies. Firstly, genome is nothing but another name for DNA. So whatever your genetic information is there, your DNA, that is known as genome as well. DNA का ही synonym है genome. On the other side, the study of structure and function of genome, which is nothing but study of structure and function of your DNA, is nothing but genomics. सिर्फ आगे के तीन जो है, जीनोम का मतलब डीएनए है, डीएनए का स्टडी ऑफ स्ट्रक्चर एंड फंक्शन इज नथिंग बट जीनोमिक्स. On the other hand, talking about transcriptome, transcriptome is just another name for RNA. Transcriptome is just another name for RNA. Study of structure and function of RNA is nothing but transcriptomics. And the last one, proteome. Proteome is nothing but proteins. सिर्फ तीन अलग नाम है for the same things which we already know. DNA has another name as genome. Study of structure and function of genome is nothing but genomics. On the other hand, transcriptome is nothing but RNA. Study of transcriptome is nothing but transcriptomics. The last one, proteome, is nothing but proteins. I hope these basic terminologies are very much clear, and on the other synonyms for your DNA, RNA and protein as well. Can we move on to the next slide? कुछ लिखना है इसमें से? If you feel I'm going fast, just stop me in between. Anything to be noted from this slide, or should we go ahead?
Sir, I think wait for 2 minutes.
All right. Are we done? Good to go
Yes.
ahead? Okay. All right. Coming to the next concept, we all are aware about this as well, central dogma of life. So, few questions which can be just twisted around from here. First thing they'll ask you, what does central dogma of life involve? And in 4 options, you will have this same thing being given. Arrow bhi rahega, DNA to RNA, protein. So the basic process from where in a DNA is being converted into a protein is known as central dogma of life. Don't end up at RNA only. A process from where a DNA is being converted into a protein with with 2 different steps like transcription and translation is known as protein. तो अगर DNA RNA में convert होना है, the process is known as transcription, and if RNA is being converted into protein, the process is known as translation. And from the same DNA, if I want to generate multiple copies of DNA itself, then it would be the process known as replication. तीन अलग terminologies है, replication, transcription and translation. A process wherein a DNA generates multiple copies of itself is known as replication. A process from where a DNA is being converted into RNA is known as transcription, and a process from where RNA is being converted into protein is known as translation. Today we are going to look after replication as of now in the first half. मतलब DNA के ही copies से DNA के multiple copies बनाने. That's the basic process of replication. Coming to what we just saw in the earlier slide, that same DNA has another synonym genome. तो जहाँ पे मैं DNA लिखता था वहाँ पे मैं genome भी लिख सकता हूँ. This genome is just going to have the same meaning. So genome is nothing but DNA, wherein with the help of process known as replication, you will generate multiple copies of DNA. The genome will further be converted into transcriptome with the help of process known as transcription. And going further, this transcription, which was nothing but your RNA, will be converted into proteome with the help of process known as translation. सब कुछ सेम है, सिर्फ 3 अलग नाम है. डीएनए के बदले जीनोम है, आरएनए के बदले ट्रांसक्रिप्टोम है, प्रोटीन के बदले प्रोटियोम है. Ensure that you remember these 3 terminologies along with the other 3, genome, transcriptome and proteome as well. If the question asks with regards to bioinformatics era, The answer would go genome, transcriptome and proteome. I repeat, अगर क्वेश्चन में बोला है according to bioinformatics era what is central dogma of life, and अगर ये दोनों ऑप्शन में you will go with this one because this is according to bioinformatics era. If the question says according to pre-bioinformatics era what is central dogma of life, then you will go with this. If there is no specific thing being mentioned and they are just asking you what do you mean by central dogma of life, and if both of them are in option you will have a third option saying all of saying both. So in that case select both. समझा क्या बोला? मैंने बोला अगर क्वेश्चन ऐसे है what is central dogma of life according to bioinformatics era, the answer would involve these three terms genome, transcriptome and proteome. ये ऑप्शन भी होगा और बोथ का ऑप्शन भी होगा. ब्लाइंडली बोथ मार्क मत करना बिकॉज़ वो स्पेसिफिक पूछ रहा है according to bioinformatics era. On the other side, if they're asking specific to according to pre-bioinformatics era, then go with this. Is it clear? कुछ बाउंसर जा रहा है? Public? Clear enough or do you want me to repeat? कुछ
No,
बोलोगे?
sir.
Okay, let's go ahead. I hope you are noting down things parallelly. Now, before we start with replication, our same habit, we need to make a table. तो टेबल बनाने के पहले टाइटल दे दो replication in prokaryotes. We are starting first with replication in prokaryotes now. Make two columns. One column would be your name of the enzyme. Another column would be function. दो column बनाने हैं, name of the enzyme and function of the enzyme. One by one we'll look into each of them. I hope तुम लोग book pen लेके बैठे हो. Alright, let's start. So as we all know, replication is basically wherein a DNA will copy itself to generate daughter molecules of DNA. Parent DNA would be the one from which new DNA molecules are being generated. And as we are aware, replication is nothing but a process from wherein a DNA will generate multiple copies of DNA itself. Next important thing to be noted, as we all are aware, DNA is the one which is known as Reserve Bank of Genetic Material. Reserve Bank of India ni Reserve Bank of Genetic Material or else Reserve Bank of Genetic Information. Anyways, you can go. So straightforward MCQ, which among the following is known as Reserve Bank of Genetic Information? Answer will be DNA. Going ahead, we already saw about central dogma of life. Next important part to be focused upon, DNA के तीन R है. There are three R's of DNA. First R is replication, second R is DNA recombination, and third R is DNA repair. There are three R's for DNA: DNA replication, recombination, and repair. It is during these three processes that your DNA is replicated, maintained, and then being passed down to daughter cells. Passed down to daughter cells matlab that same information will be carried ahead. Now when there are three processes being involved, DNA replication, DNA recombination and DNA repair, ये तीनों process के time पे there is some common feature for all the three processes. First common feature is they all act on the same substrate. All these three are DNA replication bolo, DNA recombination bolo या DNA repair bolo. They all will act on DNA itself. Because replication करना है तो DNA पे act करेगा. So the first common thing is that they all act on the same substrate. Second common thing is that they all involve making and breaking of phosphodiester bonds only. It would involve specifically making and breaking of phosphodiester bonds only. And the last one, whatever enzymes are used in these three processes, all these enzymes are either comparable or they are same. So whatever enzymes are used in DNA replication, they might be used same way in DNA recombination and DNA repair as well. Either the name of those enzymes will be same. अगर नाम अलग होगा तो भी उसका function same होगा. Now this third point will become clear ahead when we'll go. जैसे एक simple example बोलो तो DNA polymerase 3 is involved in DNA replication. So DNA polymerase 3 is a part of DNA polymerase enzymes family. Then there is another enzyme which is DNA polymerase 2 that is involved in DNA repair. But they both belong to DNA polymerase family. That's why they are enzymes used in these three processes. By these three processes, they mean DNA replication, recombination, and repair. Either they are comparable or they are same. Is everything clear till here? Any questions, any doubt? Nothing, right? Are we good to go ahead? Just one doubt. Who has named himself SJN? SJN कौन है? You can just unmute yourself and say.
Yes, sir.
Who's this? Your name?
Kushali.
Okay. Just put up your name now if you can rename, or else take care during the next session. No worries. And I saw one more name. Josh. Who's caller 01? Caller 01. Great. Has left now. Is everything clear till here? Let's go ahead. I hope you have noted down everything. Alright. Starting with the first one. When it comes to replication in prokaryotes, it's a semi-conservative process. When I say semi-conservative, what do I mean with the word conservative? Semi means half. जैसे full length test होता है, उसका आधा पेपर होता है तो हम लोग उसको semi full length बोलते हैं. Finals and semi-finals. So semi usually means half. When I say replication is semi-conservative, मतलब कुछ तो information which would be almost half will be passed on to the new daughter DNA. Like take example of this one, parent DNA. I suppose majority of you are using mobile phones for your lectures. You can zoom in over here. You will be able to see diagram more clearly. Just zoom in, once done, zoom out again. So if you observe over here, in case of your parent DNA, there are two strands. As we all know, DNA is double stranded. One is this blue color strand, another is this green color strand. अब ये parent DNA जो center में है, मैं ये parent DNA से DNA बना रहा हूँ. One daughter DNA is on the left, another daughter DNA is on the right. If you observe carefully, जो green color का strand है, in case of your parent DNA over here, that same green color strand is also being found in daughter DNA. ये रहा. On parallel lines, there is one blue color strand which is being passed from parent DNA to daughter DNA. Blue color का एक strand है which is being passed from parent DNA to daughter DNA. What I want to highlight over here is जो parent DNA के दो strand थे उसमें से एक strand दोनों अलग daughter DNA को गए and the newly synthesized DNA is pink in color. Here it is. This is your newly synthesized DNA. This newly synthesized DNA is, that's what we are highlighting, that parent DNA का half information, दो strand का half मतलब एक strand हुआ, parent DNA का half information is being passed from parent DNA to daughter DNA. Is it very much clear? I'll just put it in terms of statements over here. Parent DNA has two complementary strands. We are already aware about it. They undergo simultaneous replication. So replication will occur simultaneously on both the strands to produce two daughter molecules. So these are your two daughter molecules. The one on the right and another daughter molecule is over here. There are two daughter DNAs being involved. If you observe carefully, each one of the new strands, so this daughter DNAs are your new strand. Each one of the new strand has one half of parental DNA. ये रहा आपका एक strand is one half of parental DNA. तो यहाँ से green color यहाँ पे पास हुआ है, यहाँ से blue color वाला यहाँ पे पास हुआ है in daughter DNA. So each one of the new strand has one half of parental DNA and one half of new DNA. It is because of this reason that this type of replication is known as semi-conservative, since half of original DNA is being conserved in your daughter DNA. Is it clear? Any questions, any doubts?
No, sir.
All right. Have we noted down? Can we go ahead? Anyone
Yes.
writing? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Once done, just let me know. थियरी पूरा का पूरा लिखने मत बैठना.
Yes, sir, done.
All right, let's go ahead. Starting with initiation of replication. In entire replication, transcription, translation, सब में डायग्राम समझना. एक बार डायग्राम समझ जाओगे, you will be able to write short note as well, and you will be able to attempt any MCQ as well. कुछ भी रखना. See, I'm observing native DNA over here. As we know, DNA is double stranded. One is the pink color strand from 3' to 5'. Another is the black color strand which is going from 5' to 3'. This is your double stranded DNA. So when it comes to initiation of replication in prokaryotes, we are in prokaryotes now. Firstly, you need origin of replication, जिसको ORI भी बोलते हैं, ORI. So this origin of replication is basically identification site. There is a protein which is known as DNA A protein. DNA A protein comes and it binds at origin of replication in your prokaryotes. Prokaryotes में origin of replication एक ही होता है, while in eukaryotes origin of replication are multiple. So origin of replication is basically the site where initiation of DNA synthesis starts. In case of eukaryotes, there is only single site of DNA synthesis, but in case of eukaryotes, there are multiple sites of DNA synthesis. So when it comes to origin of replication in prokaryotes, since there is only single site, the DNA protein will bind at only one site. DNA protein आएगा, origin of replication पे आके bind करेगा. Once DNA protein binds to origin of replication, then it creates a replication bubble. वो replication bubble बना देता है. After making replication bubble, this DNA protein causes both the DNA strands to separate. So both the DNA strands actually get separated cause of replication bubble. And the replication bubble बनने का reason है DNA protein binding to your origin of replication. Now when it comes to prokaryotes में सिर्फ single site है. Prokaryotes में सिर्फ एक ही origin replication site है. इसके लिए DNA protein सिर्फ उधर आके bind होएगा. Since DNA protein can bind at only single site, it will make only one replication bubble. But if I consider it for eukaryotes में there are multiple origin of replication. तो वहाँ पे multiple replication bubble भी बनेंगे. I hope we are on one line. We initially discussed that there is a protein which is known as DNA A protein. This DNA A protein comes and binds at origin of replication. Origin of replication is basically the site where initiation of DNA synthesis starts. In case of prokaryotes, there is only single site of origin of replication. In case of eukaryotes, there are multiple sites for origin of replication. So once your DNA protein comes and binds at origin of replication, it then creates a replication bubble. It is due to this replication bubble that both the strands of DNA start separated. So here is it, replication bubble. This replication bubble causes the double-stranded DNA to separate. In case of prokaryotes, the replication bubble will be only one, since there is only single site of origin of replication. In case of eukaryotes, there are multiple sites of origin of replication. That's the reason in case of eukaryotes, you will get multiple replication bubbles. Is the concept clear why eukaryotes has multiple replication bubble and why prokaryotes have only single replication bubble? Public.
Yes.
Should I repeat or is it clear? Anyone wants me to repeat it?
Sir, repeat it.
Sure, sir. सर हमने कुछ इस तरह बोला कि एक डीएनए प्रोटीन है, वो डीएनए प्रोटीन आता है एंड इट बाइंड्स एट सिंगल साइट ऑफ ओरिजिन ऑफ रेप्लिकेशन. वो ओरिजिन ऑफ रेप्लिकेशन का साइट बेसिकली वो साइट है जहां से डीएनए सिंथेसिस स्टार्ट होता है. सो योर डीएनए प्रोटीन कम्स एंड इट बाइंड्स एट ओरिजिन ऑफ रेप्लिकेशन. एक बार डीएनए प्रोटीन आके ओरिजिन ऑफ रेप्लिकेशन पे बाइंड हो गया, then it causes formation of replication bubble. तो ये रहा वो replication bubble. This replication bubble is the reason why double-stranded DNA starts getting separated. अब in case of prokaryotes एक ही replication bubble बनेगा. प्रोकैरियोट्स में रेप्लिकेशन बबल एक इसके लिए बनेगा क्योंकि उसके पास सिर्फ सिंगल साइट फॉर ओरिजिन ऑफ रेप्लिकेशन. अगर ओरिजिन ऑफ रेप्लिकेशन का एक ही साइट है तो डीएनए प्रोटीन भी सिर्फ वो एक ही साइट पे बाइंड होएगा. सिंस वो एक ही साइट पे बाइंड होएगा इट विल क्रिएट ओनली वन रेप्लिकेशन बबल. बट इफ वी टेक फॉर यूकैरियोट्स में देयर आर मल्टीपल साइट्स ऑफ ओरिजिन ऑफ रेप्लिकेशन. सिंस यूकैरियोट्स में मल्टीपल साइट्स है ओरिजिन ऑफ रेप्लिकेशन के, इट विल मेक मल्टीपल रेप्लिकेशन बबल्स ओवर देयर. Now is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Sure, sir.
Yes, yes.
Are we good to go?
Yes.
Okay. I hope यहाँ तक सबको सब कुछ clear है. Going ahead, there is one more term, RNA primer. So RNA primer is nothing but short fragment of RNA, and it is synthesized with the help of an enzyme known as RNA polymerase, or you can write primase as well. Now this is the first enzyme in your table which I just asked you to make. दो columns का एक table, first column would be name of enzyme. So we'll write RNA polymerase bracket में primase. In place of function you will write synthesis of RNA primer. Are we writing parallelly?
Yes, sir.
Okay. This is the first possible MCQ. Then the second possible MCQ can go in case of prokaryotes, how many origin of replication is there? So it is just single site. In case of eukaryotes, there are multiple sites of origin of replication. Third MCQ can go is in case of prokaryotes, how many replication bubbles can be formed? The answer is just one. Prokaryotes में सिर्फ एक ही replication bubble बनेगा because there is only single site of origin. In case of eukaryotes, there are multiple sites of origin, so there will be multiple replication bubbles. Can we go ahead?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's go. One important thing to be noted, in case of leading strand, you have only one RNA primer. Why not? We'll see in the next slide. In case of leading strand, there is only one RNA primer, जो यहाँ पे बात किया हमने. But in case of lagging strand, there are multiple RNA primers. Why? That will answer in the upcoming slides. As of now, just note this down because even this is important. In case of leading strand, you have just one RNA primer. In case of lagging strand, you have multiple primers. Let's go ahead. अभी पहले हम लोगों ने अपर पार्ट देखा है डायग्राम का, this one. Now we'll see the lower part of it, and when we'll go ahead after finishing this slide, we have both of them together. तो जब तुम रिवाइज करोगे पब्लिक, you're just supposed to see this diagram, and ये डायग्राम में ही तुम लोग का within 2 minutes replication should be done when it comes to December 2020 and when you're preparing for Jan 2021. Don't waste time going to individual places. मैं इसमें ही पूरा भी बताऊंगा at the end once we are done with it. Let's go back. All right. So the first term says that replication in prokaryotes is semi-discontinuous and bidirectional. The first important thing, what do I mean by the word bidirectional? Bi means two, directions में direction. Bidirection बोल रहा है मतलब दो direction. Let's observe. So just look at this diagram carefully. पहले diagram पूरा explain कर देता हूँ. ये आपका double stranded DNA है, ठीक है? This double stranded DNA is basically the one which is being converted into a replication fork. वो जो double stranded DNA था in this earlier slide, ये this double stranded DNA is being opened up and now it is opened as like a replication fork. सीजर जैसा हो जाता है. अगर आप सीजर को ओपन पोजीशन पे देखो ना, ओपन पोजीशन, इट विल बी दिस लाइक ओनली. इसको फोक बोलते हैं. In this, there are different enzymes. One is DNA polymerase 3. So if you observe, DNA polymerase 3 is only on leading strand. DNA polymerase 3 के बारे में कहीं भी lagging strand पे कुछ भी नहीं लिखा है. So DNA polymerase 3 is present only on leading strand. One thing to be noted. Then at the same time, you have RNA primer. ये black color वाला, ये RNA primer is the one which is required for initial है, वहां से डीएनए सिंथेसिस स्टार्ट होता है. तो यहाँ पे आरएनए प्राइमर है, डीएनए सिंथेसिस स्टार्ट हुआ है. यहाँ पे आरएनए प्राइमर है, वापस डीएनए सिंथेसिस स्टार्ट हुआ है. वहां पे आरएनए प्राइमर वापस है, सिंथेसिस वापस स्टार्ट हुआ है. दिस न्यूली सिंथेसाइज्ड डीएनए आर बीइंग सिंथेसाइज्ड simultaneously. It's not at any one place at a time. The DNA synthesis is a simultaneous process over here. The DNA synthesis on both the strands is a simultaneous process over here. In case of DNA polymerase 3, DNA polymerase 3 की खासियत ये है that it catalyzes DNA synthesis on leading strand. Don't worry, सब कुछ step by step आगे आएगा. I just want to give you a brief overview. तो जो आपका DNA polymerase 3 है, it is present on leading strand priorly. It is cause of your DNA polymerase 3 that the synthesis on your leading strand is continuous. Point to be noted. DNA polymerase 3 के वजह से DNA synthesis on your leading strand is a continuous process. If you on your lagging strand, DNA polymerase 3 is not present. It is cause of absence of DNA polymerase 3 that the DNA synthesis on lagging strand is a discontinuous process. ये बीच में break आ जा रहा है. DNA synthesis on leading strand is continuous. पूरा का पूरा DNA एक साथ synthesize होता है. There are no gaps or breaks in between. But if you observe your DNA synthesis on lagging strand पे DNA synthesis is in small fragments. छोटा सा synthesize हुआ, बीच में gap आया, वापस again DNA fragment being synthesized. This small fragments of DNA synthesized on lagging strand is known as Okazaki pieces, or you can also call it Okazaki fragments. I hope you are drawing the diagram parallelly. You can also call it Okazaki pieces, or you can call it Okazaki fragments. Then there are two more enzymes. One is DNA helicase. So DNA helicase is basically an enzyme which acts as zip opener. ये दोनों को खोलने का काम DNA helicase का है. It will open up both, and it requires ATP for its activity. So DNA helicase will basically act as zip opener. आगे आएगा, that time noted. As of now, just understand this. Then you have another protein which is with the name of SSB. So this SSB stands for single stranded binding protein. इसका और एक नाम है, we'll see that. ये सिंगल स्ट्रैंडेड बाइंडिंग प्रोटीन का काम ये है कि ये दोनों डीएनए स्ट्रैंड्स को सेपरेटेड पोजीशन में मेंटेन करेगा. तो डीएनए हेलिकेज का काम है कि ये दोनों डीएनए स्ट्रैंड्स को खोले, बट वो दोनों डीएनए स्ट्रैंड्स को ओपन पोजीशन में मेंटेन करने का काम सिंगल स्ट्रैंडेड बाइंडिंग प्रोटीन का. I hope it's very much clear. If not, then don't worry, we are going to look into it one by one with each terminology. तो सबसे पहला टर्म हमने देखा, डीएनए रेप्लिकेशन इज सेमी डिसकंटिन्यूअस एंड बाइडायरेक्शनल. So when I say the word bidirectional, bi means two, directions means direction. तो दो direction होगा. So one direction is for your leading strand. If you observe carefully, leading strand का DNA synthesis which is from 5' to 3'. DNA synthesis हमेशा 5' to 3' ही होता है, okay? Point to be noted. DNA synthesis will always be 5' to 3'. It will never be other way around. So this 5' to 3' DNA which is being synthesized on leading strand, it is continuous, उसमें कुछ भी gap नहीं है, and this DNA synthesis on your leading strand is towards the replication fork. ये replication fork on the interior side, ये रहा उसका front arrow. So this is going towards the replication fork. But if you observe DNA synthesis on lagging strand पे जो DNA synthesis हो रहा है, it is going away from replication fork. ये आपके replication fork का interior है. This is going towards the replication fork. This is going away from replication fork. I hope the word bidirectional is clear to you all. Second terminology says it is semi-discontinuous. Yes, over leading strand, the DNA synthesis is continuous as we observe. But on lagging strand, DNA synthesis is discontinuous. एक fragment synthesize हुआ, फिर break आ गया, फिर वापस दूसरा fragment synthesize हुआ. That's why it is known as a discontinuous process. I hope things are clear till here. We have understood these two terminologies. Nextly, replication on both the strands is from 5' as I told you. And most importantly, the replication on both the strands is a simultaneous process. I repeat, DNA synthesis on both the strands is a simultaneous process. ऐसा नहीं होता है कि पहले leading strand पे synthesize होगा फिर lagging strand पे. No, DNA synthesis on both the strands goes at a time. Is everything clear till here? Have you understood the first three terminologies? This semi-discontinuous, bidirectional, and the simultaneous process. Any doubts? Any questions till here? Am I going
No, sir.
fast? Okay. लिख रहे हो पैरेलली डायग्राम बनाया. माय सजेशन वुड बी डायग्राम थोड़ा बड़ा बनाओ, उसी पे हाईलाइट करते जाना. जब डीएनए पॉलीमरेज 3 की बात करेंगे, जैसे हम लोग मेडिकम में करते थे, हम लोग बनाते थे उसी पे से एरो निकाल के लिखते थे. सेम वे जस्ट पुट इट अप इन दैट मैनर. Are we clear with all these three terms? Semi-discontinuous, bidirectional, and replication being simultaneous on both the strands. Chat box में type करते रहो. Yes, no. Should we go ahead? कोई कुछ बोल नहीं रहा है. Public awake? Okay. All right. Let's go ahead. So in case of leading strand, we saw our DNA synthesis was in forward direction. So that's why it's also known as forward. And we also saw DNA synthesis continuous. That's why it is the continuous strand as well. In case of lagging strand, it's a discontinuous one since it's small fragments or retrograde. Now coming to important phases, what we just discussed now, you are all aware that there are some short pieces of DNA which are produced on lagging strand, which are known as Okazaki pieces or Okazaki fragments as well. Going ahead, we have an enzyme DNA helicase. अभी DNA helicase के बारे में बात किया था when I was highlighting this region. So your DNA helicase actually acts as a zip opener and it requires ATP for energy supply. So DNA helicase is ATP dependent and it acts as a zip opener where it will open both the strands. Going ahead, we have one more enzyme which is known as SSB. ये रहा, single stranded binding protein. सिंगल स्टैंडर्ड बाइंडिंग प्रोटीन का दूसरा नाम है destabilizing proteins. So this single stranded binding protein or your DNA helix destabilizing protein, it possesses no enzyme activity, but it keeps both the DNA strands separate. मतलब दोनों को ओपन करने का काम DNA हेलिकेज करेगा. It will act as a zip opener, but to maintain both the DNA strands in that same open position will be the work of single stranded binding protein. तो हम लोग के टेबल में दो एंजाइम्स के नाम ऐड होने वाले हैं. वन इज डीएनए हेलिकेज, उसके फंक्शन में हम लोग लिखेंगे जिप ओपनर. अनदर विल बी सिंगल स्ट्रैंडेड बाइंडिंग प्रोटीन, उसका दूसरा नाम भी लिखना डीएनए हेलिक्स डीस्टेबलाइजिंग प्रोटीन. एंड इन इट्स फंक्शन राइट दे कीप बोथ द डीएनए स्ट्रैंड्स सेपरेट. Is everything clear till here? Any doubts, any questions up to this? If you are noting down anything, then I'll wait, or else we can go ahead.
Sir, wait.
Okay. झालं? Can we go ahead?
Yes.
Okay.
Sir.
Both of them together. And to be honest, this is the way you're supposed to study a day prior exam or in revision stage as well. Alright, now observe the replication fork part of the picture. We talked about DNA polymerase 3 in the last slide. If you observe DNA polymerase 3 is present only on your leading strand. This DNA polymerase 3 functions as an enzyme which will catalyze DNA synthesis in 5' to 3' direction, and it is anti-parallel to parent template strand. Anti-parallel मतलब opposite direction में होगा. So your 5' to 3', this black color one is your template strand. अगर आपका black color का strand, your template strand is going in this direction, strand will be anti-parallel to it. So we can clearly observe over here. The DNA polymerase 3 will come in your table as name of the enzyme, and the function of the enzyme will be catalyzing DNA synthesis on leading strand. Mention it specifically. Catalyzing DNA synthesis on leading strand, since it's not present on lagging strand. I hope you are noting down things. DNA polymerase 3 would be the name of enzyme. In place of function of enzyme, you will write catalyzing DNA synthesis. नेक्स्ट इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट, सिंस मैं डीएनए बना रहा हूँ तो मेरे को डीऑक्सीराइबोन्यूक्लियोटाइड्स तो चाहिए ही होंगे. सो आई नीड डीएटीपी, डीजीटीपी, डीसीटीपी, डीटीटीपी. जब मैं आरएनए बनाऊंगा, व्हेन आई विल सी ट्रांसक्रिप्शन, तो ट्रांसक्रिप्शन के टाइम पे मेरे को ट्रांसक्रिप्शन वाले न्यूक्लियोटाइड्स कंपलसरी चाहिए रहेंगे. So those nucleotides are the one which are going to make backbone of that particular DNA or RNA. So that will always stay as a prerequisite. But just remember carefully, since मैं DNA की बात कर रहा हूँ तो I need deoxyribonucleotides. जब मैं RNA की बात करूंगा तब मुझे deoxyribonucleotides नहीं चाहिए, मुझे ribonucleotides would be enough. So be careful on that note. कि DNA है तो deoxy should be there. Going ahead, we are already aware about this. Synthesis of two new DNA strands occurs simultaneously and in opposite direction. हम लोग ने हमेशा एक towards और एक away बोला था. So that's what we are saying. It occurs simultaneously in opposite direction. 5' to 3' direction towards replication fork. ये रहा आपका 5' to 3' towards replication fork. So it is going towards replication fork. This is your arrow towards replication fork, and since it's continuous, you have just given another name for that leading strand, which is continuous. Another is 5' to 3' direction again, but it is away from replication fork and is discontinuous. Here a 5' to 3' away from replication fork, but it's discontinuous. I hope everything is clear till here. अब आ रहे हैं the one what I was saying earlier, DNA polymerase 3. This DNA polymerase 3 which is present over here, DNA polymerase 3 helps in elongation of your leading strand. But since it is absent on your lagging strand, DNA synthesis occurs in small which are known as Okazaki pieces or Okazaki fragments. In case of leading strand, because of DNA polymerase 3, your DNA synthesis is continuous process. पूरा एक साथ synthesize होता है. In case of your lagging strand, DNA synthesis is discontinuous. छोटे छोटे pieces में synthesize होगा as Okazaki fragments, and further they are joined together with the help of two enzymes, DNA polymerase 1 and DNA ligase. So we got another two names to be added in the list, DNA polymerase 1 and DNA ligase. DNA polymerase 1 will join both of them with the help of DNA ligase. मतलब कुछ तो रोल है, वो इंडिविजुअल रोल हम लोग नेक्स्ट स्लाइड पे देखेंगे. Polymerase 1 and DNA ligase join together. So this both will go in your table in the name of enzyme, DNA polymerase 1 and DNA ligase. In place of function of enzyme, you will write joining the Okazaki fragments on lagging strand. Joining the Okazaki fragments on lagging strand. झालं? Anyone writing anything? Public. Okay, I can see some done in. अब ये पूरे डायग्राम में ही इसका पूरा प्रोसेस देख लेते हैं जो हम लोग ने अभी इंडिविजुअली पढ़ा. फर्स्ट वी सॉ द फर्स्ट हाफ, देन वी सॉ द सेकंड हाफ. लेट्स सी द एंटायर प्रोसेस टुगेदर. फिर सिर्फ इतना सा पार्ट बचेगा जो स्टिकिंग वाला है, दैट हाउ डज दिस फ्रैगमेंट्स आर बीइंग जॉइंड, दैट आई विल लेट यू नो. ठीक है, जो बुक में लिखा है अभी तक जस्ट रीड कर लो. I'll give you 2 minutes. It's 10:46 now. Just finish reading whatever you have written till 10:48, and then we'll revise the entire before going to next phase. Done. डायग्राम पे ध्यान दो, ठीक है. ओक इन्वर्टेड वाई शेप में होगा ना, इन्वर्टेड वाई कोई भी एंगल में ओपन हो सकता है, वो प्रॉब्लम नहीं. वो डीएनए क्या स्टेज पे है उसके ऊपर होगा. अगर वो लैंडस्केप मोड पे होगा तो ऐसे ही ओपन होगा. उसके ओरिएंटेशन से कुछ इतना इशू नहीं आएगा बस. ठीक है, स्टार्टिंग है. सबसे पहले एक डबल स्टैंडर्ड डीएनए देखा. डबल स्टैंडर्ड डीएनए पे एक ओरिजिन ऑफ रेप्लिकेशन होना चाहिए. आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट रेप्लिकेशन इन प्रोकैरियोट्स. इन रेप्लिकेशन इन प्रोकैरियोट्स देयर इज ओनली सिंगल साइट ऑफ ओरिजिन. Since there is only single site of origin, your DNA protein comes and it binds at single site of origin. In case of prokaryotes, since there is only one site of origin, there will be one replication bubble being formed. ये replication bubble दोनों DNA strand को separate करता है. In case of eukaryotes, then there are multiple of origin, so there are multiple replication bubbles being formed in your eukaryotes. Going ahead, we saw about RNA primer. RNA primer is nothing but short fragment of RNA which is synthesized with the help of enzyme RNA polymerase or primase. Later on, we saw a replication fork which is something of this sort. जिसमें से एक एंजाइम है डीएनए हेलिकेज. दिस डीएनए हेलिकेज एक्ट्स एज अ जिप ओपनर, दोनों को ओपन अप कर देगा. देन वो दोनों को ओपन अप करने के बाद टू मेंटेन बोथ ऑफ देम इन दैट सेम ओपन पोजीशन you need a group of enzymes which is known as single stranded binding protein. सिंगल स्ट्रैंडेड बाइंडिंग प्रोटीन का दूसरा नाम है डीएनए हेलिक्स डीस्टेबलाइजिंग प्रोटीन. It will ensure that both the strands stay in open position. Your RNA primer is the one which is required for DNA synthesis. तो RNA primer की वजह से ही DNA synthesis start होता है from 5' to 3' and then again over here from 5' to 3' direction. In case of your leading strand, the DNA synthesis is continuous, this pink color strand, and it's in forward direction towards the replication fork. While on your lagging strand, DNA synthesized in small pieces, Okazaki fragments, which is away from replication fork. Further, these Okazaki fragments are joined together with the help of enzymes known as DNA polymerase 1 and DNA ligase. In case of DNA polymerase 3, it catalyzes the synthesis of DNA on your leading strand. Since DNA polymerase 3 is absent on lagging strand, the DNA synthesis on lagging strand is a discontinuous process. Meanwhile, in case of your replication, presence of 4-deoxyribonucleotides, DATP, DGTP, DTTP, and DCTP is must. Without that, DNA synthesis cannot occur. And your newly synthesized DNA will be synthesized simultaneously on both the strands, leading and lagging strand, which would always be from 5' to 3' direction. And your DNA helicase, as I mentioned initially, I guess, bola tha, but I will repeat, DNA helicase acts as a zip opener, and your single stranded binding protein, which is another name of DNA helix destabilizing protein, it will keep both the DNA strands separate. That's all with the major part of it. अभी हमको सिर्फ ये देखना है कि ये जो lagging strand पे Okazaki fragments synthesize हुए, how are those Okazaki fragments being joined together? So we'll just see that specific phase. तो जब lagging strand पे Okazaki fragments synthesize होते रहते हैं, at that particular time, suppose I have taken this primer. ये जो black color के जितने भी squares है, they all are primer. This is a primer, this is a primer, even this is a primer. So this black color, once the RNA primers are the one where DNA synthesis will be initiated. तो यहाँ से DNA synthesis start हो गया. DNA synthesis which started from first RNA primer, ध्यान से सुनना. DNA synthesis which started from first RNA primer, it will only continue till the time it comes in vicinity of another RNA primer. So यहाँ से DNA synthesis start हुआ है, ये 5' वाले RNA primer से. ये RNA primer से जो DNA synthesis start हुआ है, that DNA synthesis will only continue till the time it reaches another RNA primer. Once it comes in close vicinity with another RNA primer, synthesis which started from your initial RNA primer, that will stop. जैसे ही पहली डीएनए सिंथेसिस जो स्टार्ट हुआ था पहले वाले आरएनए प्राइमर से, जैसे उसको उसके विसिनिटी में दूसरा आरएनए प्राइमर दिखता है, डीएनए सिंथेसिस स्टॉप. Is it very clear what I just said now, or should I repeat? I have no problem repeating it.
Sir, repeat.
Okay. I just said that इसमें दो आरएनए प्राइमर है, ये रहा यहाँ पे एक 5' वाला और ये रहा दूसरा आरएनए प्राइमर. ये दोनों आरएनए प्राइमर से डीएनए सिंथेसिस हो रहा है. ये जो आपका पहला वाला आरएनए प्राइमर है, पहले वहां से डीएनए सिंथेसिस स्टार्ट होता है. ये आरएनए प्राइमर से जो डीएनए सिंथेसिस स्टार्ट हुआ है, इट गोज ऑन 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 ऑन. Once the DNA synthesis from first RNA primer, once that DNA comes to know that in vicinity there is another RNA primer, then its DNA synthesis stop. मतलब एक डीएनए के बाजू में जो एक डीएनए सिंथेसाइज हो रहा था पहले, एक बार वो डीएनए के बाजू में अगर एक आरएनए प्राइमर आया तो उसका डीएनए सिंथेसिस स्टॉप हो जाता है. दैट डीएनए एलोंगेशन स्टॉप्स. आई बेसिकली मीन दिस पर्टिकुलर टर्मिनोलॉजी. DNA synthesis continues till it is in close proximity to RNA primer. Is this term clear? DNA synthesis strands है. ये पहला वाला स्ट्रैंड है 5' to 3'. बाद में बीच में एक RNA प्राइमर आ जा रहा है, फिर वापस वहां से DNA synthesis स्टार्ट हो रहा है. This is your 5' and again this is your 3'. So DNA synthesis continues till it is in close proximity to RNA primer. तो ये जो पहले स्ट्रैंड पे से डीएनए सिंथेसिस स्टार्ट हुआ था ना, दैट विल कंटिन्यू टिल you have another RNA primer in its close proximity. Is this particular statement being cleared? कुछ doubt है? Anyone wants to ask anything? Is it to be repeated? Hello.
Sir,
Yes.
so first newly synthesis DNA will form, then at starting the primer will occur. RNA primer will occur. It will stop the DNA synthesis, and new DNA synthesis will form.
At a time there are, if you remember the first slide पे हम लोग ने बोला था that there are multiple RNA primers. मैंने तभी तुम लोग को बोला था अभी मत सोचो why, what, how. But I told you to note down this statement wherein I said leading strand पे single RNA primer होता है, एक ही RNA primer होता है, and in case of the lagging strand there are multiple RNA primers. So when you observe over here, leading strand पे एक ही RNA primer है, that same RNA primer will help in synthesis of entire DNA strand. It process. In case of lagging strand, there are multiple RNA primers. यहाँ पे सिर्फ दो depict किया है. But in case of your lagging strand, there are multiple RNA primers which are involved. This multiple RNA primers will help in synthesis of DNA in small Okazaki fragments, छोटे-छोटे pieces. तो जो दो RNA primer है, suppose दो RNA primer एक दूसरे के बाजू में, तो जो फर्स्ट RNA प्राइमर से DNA सिंथेसिस स्टार्ट हुआ है, वो तब तक ही कंटिन्यू होता है जब तक उसके बाजू में एक दूसरा RNA प्राइमर नहीं आ जाता. एक बार पहले वाला डीएनए सिंथेसिस जो स्टार्ट हुआ था, एक बार उसके बाजू में दूसरा आरएनए प्राइमर आ गया, देन द सिंथेसिस ऑफ अर्लियर डीएनए स्टॉप्स.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
प्रज्वल, क्लियर?
Yes, sir.
प्रज्वल सर? Okay, great. One more thing to be highlighted over here was DNA polymerase 3. So your DNA polymerase 3, which is present on your leading strand, it has also proofreading activity. Proofreading activity में just checks that whatever incoming nucleotides are there. अभी जो नया DNA strand synthesize हो रहा है, वो synthesis के लिए you need this nucleotides DATP, DGTP, DCTP, DTTP. So this DNA polymerase 3 has proofreading activity. It ensures that whatever incoming nucleotides are there, they are the correctly matched base pairs. So when I say correctly matched base pairs, we all know A is supposed to bind to T, G is supposed to bind. So DNA polymerase 3 का यही काम है that it ensures that whatever base pairs are coming, they bind to their complementary bases. A should bind to T only and G should bind to C only. If they are binding to some other nucleotides, then DNA polymerase 3 will remove them. So basically जहाँ पे तुम लोगों ने तुम्हारे टेबल में लिखा है DNA polymerase 3 का नाम and you have written catalyzes DNA synthesis on leading strand as a function, there also mentioned proofreading activity. तो DNA polymerase 3 के दो functions है. One, catalyzing DNA synthesis on your leading strand, and another function is proofreading activity. Is it clear? Any questions, any doubts? Or Blake? Yes, no?
No, sir, no doubts.
That's good. So this was the first statement what I was trying to explain you all. DNA synthesis will continue till it is in close proximity to RNA primer. तो ये जो first strand से DNA synthesis start हुआ है, that DNA synthesis will continue only till it comes in close proximity to another RNA primer. Once it comes in close proximity to RNA primer, we have an enzyme which is DNA polymerase 1. This enzyme DNA polymerase 1 will remove the RNA primer. तो ये जो पहले का RNA primer है, ये RNA primer को DNA polymerase 1 निकालेगा. Once your DNA polymerase 1 removes the RNA primer, there is a small gap over there. Mobile पे देख रहे हो तो just zoom in. Laptop screen also you can zoom in. There is a very fine small gap which is remaining over there. So that particular gap is being sealed with the help of enzyme DNA ligase. Ligase means sticking. So DNA ligase जहाँ पे भी word पढ़ोगे in future, whenever, wherever, they'll have just one function to stick together. वो दो fragments को stick करेगा. तो ये हम लोग हमारे लैगिंग स्ट्रैंड के बारे में ही बात कर रहे हैं. लैगिंग स्ट्रैंड के ये दोनों ओकाजाकी फ्रैगमेंट्स है. तो ये ओकाजाकी फ्रैगमेंट्स को मुझे ज्वाइन करना है. ज्वाइन करने के पहले मैं एक आरएनए प्राइमर निकालता हूँ. दैट आरएनए प्राइमर इज रिमूव्ड बाय डीएनए पॉलीमरेज 1. तो डीएनए पॉलीमरेज 1 वो आरएनए प्राइमर को निकाल देता है, फिर उसका जगह ले लेता है. When DNA polymerase 1 takes place of it, there is a small gap which is present over there. That gap is filled with the help of enzyme DNA ligase. Is it clear now? Just check statements. They
Yes,
all
sir.
mean the same thing. And one more enzyme, as I told you initially, DNA polymerase 2. So your DNA polymerase 2 enzyme is the one which participates in the repair process. So in your name of enzyme, you will again have DNA polymerase 2, and in function of enzyme, you will write repair process. तो यहाँ पे बहुत कुछ है लिखने के लिए. एक DNA polymerase 1, तो उसका फंक्शन क्या है? It removes RNA primer and replaces it. One function. Second, DNA ligase का काम है to stick both the DNA strands. And the third one, DNA polymerase 2, it participates in repair process. Is everything clear till here? ये diagram बना लो, it will help in better understanding.
हेलो सर.
Yes, ma'am. बोलो बोलो.
सर ये रिपेयर प्रोसेस एक बार वापस से बताओ ना.
मैंने
डीएनए
repair process
पॉलीमरेज 2 का.
मैंने रिपेयर प्रोसेस के बारे में कुछ नहीं बोला. आई जस्ट सेड दैट देयर इज एन एंजाइम व्हिच इज डीएनए पॉलीमरेज 2 which participates in repair process. So repair process will be basically the one जहाँ पे कुछ miscoding हुआ है. डीएनए पॉलीमरेज 3 जो था पिछले स्लाइड पे, डीएनए पॉलीमरेज 3 का काम है प्रूफ रीडिंग. So it will only check if there is any wrong nucleotide being added. And if there is any wrong nucleotide to be added, and if there is a repair process being required, that repair process would basically mean removing the wrong nucleotide, adding the right nucleotide, and there are other mutations as well which goes wrong. I won't term it mutation, but yes, some codings which can go wrong. So uska repair process will be with the help of enzyme DNA polymerase 2. So repair would basically mean majorly if there is any wrong nucleotide being added, add a correct nucleotide at that position.
ओके सर. थैंक यू.
Welcome.
Sir,
हाँ मैम.
DNA polymerase 1 removes the RNA primer and it adds something else also, like any nucleotide.
No. It itself takes place of RNA primer. Replace कर लेता है उसकी जगह.
Okay, sir.
सर
Yes, ma'am.
सर डीएनए पॉलीमरेज 2 फिर सिर्फ लैगिंग स्टैंड पे रहता है या लीडिंग स्टैंड पे भी रहता है?
नहीं, वो रिपेयर प्रोसेस दोनों पे करेगा. इट इज नॉट स्पेसिफिक टू एनी ऑफ द स्ट्रैंड. लीडिंग स्ट्रैंड पे भी डीएनए सिंथेसाइज हो ही रहा है ना.
ओके.
So it will play on both the strands, not specific to one. Zala, any doubts, any questions? I can see few latecomers in. अच्छा है यार, क्लास में भी लेट आओ तो समझता है ट्रैवलिंग. यहाँ पे 1 आवर लेट मतलब 1 घंटे तक नेट का इशू था प्रोबेबली. So let's have few questions for them. So we are moving on to the next topic. वो टॉपिक करने के बाद we'll revise everything. I won't revise, you will revise it for me. Just want to add one small topic which is supercoil formation. So Ashtabhuja sir, it's there left.
हाँ सर.
सर सुपरकॉइल फॉर्मेशन का मतलब क्या होता है?
ड्यूरिंग रेप्लिकेशन में सुपर कॉइल मतलब पेरेंट स्टैंड के ऊपर डॉटर डीएनए का मतलब उसके ऊपर वापस फॉर्मेशन होता है.
नहीं, बट सुपरकॉइल का मतलब क्या होता है? इज इट लाइक वाइंडिंग हो जाता है, ओवर वाइंडिंग हो जाता है, क्रॉस लिंकिंग जैसा, जैसे
हाँ
बाल के
वही वही.
पोनीटेल बनाते हो? इट जस्ट मतलब
हाँ
during replication you want that your both the strands should stay separate so that replication दोनों strand पे simultaneously हो. But if supercoil formation occurs, it will create problems during replication. So in that case, we want to avoid supercoil formation. So in order to avoid supercoil formation, we need a group of enzyme DNA topoisomerase. So there are two type of DNA topoisomerases which will avoid supercoil formation. Supercoil formation is nothing but overwinding. साथ बार बार वो लोग क्रॉस लिंकिंग कर लेते जो डीएनए में है बेसिकली. So you have a group of enzyme DNA topoisomerases which solves problem of supercoil formation. So there are two types of DNA topoisomerases. One is DNA topoisomerase type 1, which will cut only single DNA strand and then reseal it. And you have another DNA topoisomerase, which is DNA topoisomerase type 2. This DNA topoisomerase type 2, another name is DNA gyrase. Important to name, note the another name. DNA topoisomerase type 2 is also with the name of DNA gyrase. It can cut both the strand and then reseal them. So basically DNA topoisomerase type 2 matlab do, so it will cut both. Just framing some logical things, rather illogical. DNA topoisomerase type 2 will cut both the strands, while DNA topoisomerase will cut only single strand. I hope you are noting down both of them. This will also go in your table. Name of the enzyme and role of the enzyme. Alright, it's 11:06. Probably a minute more. Maximum 11:08. 11:08 तक सब रिवाइज कर लो जो बुक में लिखा है. Q&A. Akash sir.
Yes, sir.
3, 2, 1. Let's start.
3, 2, 1.
अरे स्टार्ट करना बोल रहा हूँ. 3, 2, 1 नहीं बोलना.
अच्छा 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 अच्छा. ओके. यस सर. एकदम स्टार्टिंग से.
स्लाइड्स आपके सामने है. जब तक आप पूरा
Okay,
बोलोगे
sir.
तब तक यही स्लाइड रहेगी.
Okay, sir. Genome means first of all we were talking about कि genome DNA ही होता है. Another name for the DNA is genome. Study of structure and the function is genomics. RNA को हम ट्रांसक्रिप्टोम भी बोलते हैं. Another name for RNA is transcriptome. Study of transcriptome called transcriptomics. And proteomes, cells of proteins with nature and biological function called proteomes. उसके बाद सेंट्रल डोग्मा ऑफ लाइफ देखा था. DNA to direct DNA to RNA and RNA to protein overall is called central dogma of life. Replication replication means DNA से DNA बनना, like more amplification of DNA is replication. उसके बाद if pre bioinformatic era रहेगा, then it will be DNA, RNA and protein. And if you're talking about bioinformatic era, then it will be genome, transcriptome and proteome. उसके बाद हम लोग ने रेप्लिकेशन देखा था. DNA, it is also a reserve bank of genetic information. There are three R of DNA: replication, recombination and repair. So its feature are like acts on same DNA, making and breaking of phosphodiester bonds only. Enzymes use these three enzymes used in three processes are comparable or same. मतलब अगर डीएनए पॉलीमरेज का रहेगा तो पॉलीमरेज 1 और 2 और 3 का एक्टिविटी अलग हो सकता है, बट दे आर इन द सेम क्लास. So replication in prokaryotics, replication is semi-conservative. First of all, parent DNA having two complementary strands undergoes replication. Each one has one half and of other, मतलब हर एक पार्ट जो रहेगा it having parents DNA का half part at least. Type of replication is semi-conservative. So initiation of replication के लिए हमें origin point लगेगा. Prokaryotics में we have only one origin of replication. Eukaryotics में multiple points रहते हैं. DNA protein binds to origin. अच्छा, there is a DNA A protein which binds to origin of replication. Is a specific protein which separates.
सर रीड करके नहीं बोलना,
DNA
थोड़ा स्पीड अप.
Okay. So DNA polymerase 3 catalyzes the DNA basically, which is anti-parallel to parent DNA.
रेप्लिकेशन बबल
there
विसरला, आरएनए प्राइमर विसरला, काय चाललंय?
sorry
रिपीट.
एक पेज. yes, DNA A protein जब bind होगा उधर replication, there is a formation of replication bubble. फिर वहां पे लीडिंग स्ट्रैंड एंड लैगिंग स्ट्रैंड फॉर्मेशन होगा. लीडिंग स्ट्रैंड पे डीएनए पॉलीमरेज 3 प्रेजेंट होगा, which makes process continuous, whereas lagging strand वहां पे मल्टीपल आरएनए पॉलीमर्स रहेंगे. सो रेप्लिकेशन इन प्रोकैरियोटिक्स होता कैसे? सो डीएनए सिंथेसिस इज सेमी कंजर्वेटिव, semi discontinuous and bidirectional process in which replication occurs in 5' to 3' simultaneously. So उसके बाद वहां पे डीएनए हेलिकेज है जो zip opener act as a zip opener. It requires energy supply most of the time. उसके बाद there is a SSBP which have no activity enzymatically but it maintains open position of DNA. वहां पे ओकाजाकी पीसेस भी है. यहाँ पे ओकाजाकी पीसेस इसलिए क्योंकि वहां पे डीएनए पॉलीमरेज 3 प्रेजेंट नहीं है, उसकी वजह से वहां पे कंटिन्यूस प्रोसेस नहीं हो पाता और वो फ्रैगमेंट्स बाद में हम लोग ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं बाय यूजिंग डीएनए पॉलीमरेज 1 एंड लाइगेज. उसके बाद डीएनए पॉलीमरेज 3 इट एक्ट एज अ कैटालाइजिंग डीएनए. सो वहां पे हमें 4 न्यूक्लियोटाइड की नीड होगी, प्रेजेंस ऑफ 4 न्यूक्लियोटाइड्स, ताकि वो डीएनए फॉर्म हो सके. सो सिंथेसिस ऑफ डीएनए इन अपोजिट डायरेक्शन, अगर लीडिंग रहेगा तो वो कंटिन्यूअस में होगा टुवर्ड्स रेप्लिकेशन फोर्क, एंड इफ यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट लैगिंग इट विल बी अवे फ्रॉम द रेप्लिकेशन फोर्क, बट दोनों प्रोसेस 5' to 3' में ही रहेंगे. ऑन लैगिंग स्ट्रैंड डीएनए पॉलीमरेज इज absent, hence there is a fragments, ये मैंने बोला, and which are joined by ligase and DNA polymerase 1. So DNA synthesis keeps replicating till new primer occurs. Means its close proximity जो हम लोग ने बात किया था, means वहां पे आरएनए पॉलीमर है तो वो डीएनए सिंथेसाइज होगा टिल नया आरएनए प्राइमर हमें नहीं मिलता, वहां पे वो बंद हो जाएगा. So DNA polymerase 3 have proofreading activity where it checks incoming nucleotides and allows only match base pairs.
बुक से पढ़ के बोल रहा है
So हाँ सर,
बुक से पढ़
हाँ
के
सर,
बोल
मैं
रहा है
शॉर्ट नोट्स बनाए, वो बोल रहा हूँ.
DNA polymerase 3 had proofreading activity whereby we were talking on the leading strand. At present, when you said about RNA primer in close proximity, we are talking about lagging strand. So lagging strand पे DNA synthesis continues from 5' to 3' and till the time it comes in close proximity, close vicinity of another primer. एक बार बाजू में दूसरा RNA primer आया तो DNA polymerase 1 वो RNA primer को निकालेगा, उसकी जगह ले लेगा. So DNA polymerase 1 replaces your RNA primer. And then further there is a small gap which is being sealed with the help of enzyme DNA ligase. We also have another enzyme DNA polymerase 2 which participates in the pair process. Going ahead, we saw about DNA topoisomerase. DNA topoisomerase are basically group of enzyme which will avoid supercoil formation. So there are two types of DNA topoisomerase. DNA topoisomerase type 1 which can cut only single DNA strand and then reseal that. Enzyme DNA topoisomerase type 2 which can cut both the DNA strand and then further reseals them. ठीक है, यहाँ तक ये क्वेश्चंस आर स्टार्टिंग. जस्ट बुक में आंसर्स लिखो, इधर ऑप्शंस नहीं दिखेंगे. ड्यूरिंग टेस्ट यू विल गेट ऑप्शंस एज वेल, ऑनलाइन टेस्ट. बट अभी तुम लोग के सामने से क्वेश्चंस पॉपअप होंगे.
सर
यस सर.
सर डीएनए पॉलीमरेज 1 एंड 2 दोनों पे एक्ट करेगा ना, लीडिंग एंड लैगिंग पे, और डीएनए पॉलीमरेज 3 सिर्फ उस पे एक्ट करेगा ना, लीडिंग पे.
1 and 2 will act on both, 3 has on first. डीएनए पॉलीमरेज 1 का इस पे नीड नहीं है लीडिंग पे, पर वो पूरा एक कंटिन्यूस स्ट्रैंड है ना. डीएनए पॉलीमरेज 1 का काम क्या है?
प्राइमर तो यूज, अच्छा आरएनए प्राइमर तो यूज होता है ना.
आरएनए प्राइमर बीच वाले आरएनए प्राइमर को निकालेगा.
अच्छा हाँ, ओके ओके
समझा क्या बोला?
हाँ बस समझा.
चाहिए ना कंटिन्यूस के लिए.
ओके हाँ, वो उसमें ही स्टैंड में ही आ जाएगा ना उस समय.
हाँ राइट.
थैंक यू.
वेलकम सर. यस मैम.
टोपो आइसोमरेज है ना, वो कट और रीफिल दोनों करेगा कि सिर्फ कट करेगा?
Initially वो कट करेगा to keep them separate. Once coding is done and if resealing is required, then it can reseal it as well. But उसका मेजर काम यही है कि सुपर कॉइल फॉर्मेशन अवॉइड करो कैसे भी.
ओके.
फर्स्ट का आंसर लिखा. नेक्स्ट. Thirty more seconds. Ensure you have written down answers for all the questions. Who is caller 03? Caller 03, you can just unmute yourself and just let me know your name. Who is caller 03?
सर.
Yes.
सर आपने बोला कि जो डीएनए पॉलीमरेज 1 है वो रिप्लेस करता है ना आरएनए प्राइमर को.
Yes.
तो सर दोनों स्ट्रैंड्स पे ना?
In case of lagging strand, problem is that there are multiple RNA primer. मेरे को अगर कोई भी स्ट्रैंड को कंटिन्यूस करने का है, I just need one RNA primer. एक मिनट, I'll take you back. ये रहा RNA primer. हर एक DNA synthesis में एक RNA primer तो होता ही है, wherein it goes from 5' to 3'. तुषार का भी क्वेश्चन यही था कि वो इसका भी RNA primer निकालेगा, इसका RNA primer नहीं निकालेगा. You always need one RNA primer for sure. RNA primers are always removed for ones which are in the middle. जैसे यहाँ पे दो स्ट्रैंड के बीच में एक RNA primer है. अब ये दो फ्रैगमेंट को अगर मेरे को कंटिन्यूस करने का है तो मेरे को बीच के ये RNA primer को निकालना पड़ेगा. That's what I have done over here. दो स्ट्रैंड के बीच के RNA primer को निकाला. ठीक है,
समझा सर.
Caller 03, I repeat who it is. I'm sorry, Vanna, I have to remove you from the session. Last call. who's caller 03? I'm repeating for one last time. Who's caller 03? Alright, let's start. Question number 1. What are the number of replication sites in prokaryotes? Shweta, can you answer this? Number of replication sites in prokaryotes?
Yes, sir. Single, there's one replication site in prokaryotes.
What is the bank of genetic material?
DNA.
What is the role of DNA helicase enzyme?
Sir, it's a zip opener.
What is the role of single-stranded binding protein?
It keeps the strands separated.
Okay,
Avoids
you can
them
mute
from
yourself.
rebinding. Yes.
Thanks. Next. Devanshi?
Huh?
What is another name for single-stranded binding protein?
DNA helix destabilizing protein.
Proofreading activity is carried out by which enzyme on leading strand?
A DNA polymerase 3.
What are the number of replication bubbles in prokaryotes?
Only one, sir.
What are the number of replication bubbles in eukaryotes?
There can be multiple replication bubbles.
Is replication a semi-conservative process?
Yes, sir.
Justify.
Because from parent DNA, at least there is a single strand, like half of the material in the daughter molecules.
Okay, great. Thanks. टेबल बन गया अपना replication in prokaryotes का name of enzyme and function of enzyme. I hope बन गया होगा.
Sir.
Same way in case of your replication in eukaryotes. Here also there are multiple enzymes involved. सबका role याद रखना भी जरूरी है. We have to do it. We have got no other option. There are some mistakes in Satyanarayan. In Leninger, I couldn't go in depth. This presentation I made from Satyanarayan. जो mistake मेरे को immediately identify हुए that I'll tell you now itself. Firstly, वहाँ पे जैसे अलग अलग enzymes थे. First and foremost thing, here also there are multiple enzymes. Next important thing to be noted when it comes to your replication in eukaryotes, we all know they have multiple origin of replication. जैसे हम लोग ने initially discuss किया. Here there are 5 enzymes: DNA polymerase alpha, DNA polymerase beta, DNA polymerase gamma, DNA polymerase delta, and DNA polymerase epsilon. 5 enzymes है. First one, DNA polymerase alpha. This is responsible for synthesis of your RNA primer for both your leading and lagging strand. For RNA primer का synthesis for replication in prokaryotes was with the help of enzyme RNA polymerase or primase. Here that same activity is done by DNA polymerase alpha. Important thing to remember is studying these things on a comparative note. The question can come: DNA activity of DNA polymerase alpha is same as dash activity of replication in prokaryotes. मतलब questions कैसे जाएंगे जहाँ पे तुम लोग ने function में लिखा है synthesis of RNA primer. You can actually make another table जहाँ पे first column would be function, second column would be name of enzyme for replication in prokaryotes, and third column would be name of enzyme for replication in eukaryotes. I repeat, you can make one more table in which there will be 3 columns. Column would be function. Second column would be name of enzyme involved for replication in prokaryotes, and third column would be name of enzyme involved for replication in eukaryotes. एक prokaryotes का एक eukaryotes का. तो अगर मैं फर्स्ट में डालूं सिंथेसिस ऑफ आरएनए प्राइमर फंक्शन वाले कॉलम में, then when it will come to synthesis of RNA primer, in case of replication in prokaryotes, synthesis of RNA primer is with the help of enzyme RNA polymerase. But in case of replication in eukaryotes, synthesis of RNA primer is with the help of enzyme DNA polymerase alpha. First thing. Second thing, which is the enzyme involved in repair of DNA for replication in prokaryotes? For replication in prokaryotes, repair of DNA was with the help of enzyme DNA polymerase 2. In case of your replication in eukaryotes, repair of DNA is with the help of enzyme DNA polymerase beta. In case of eukaryotes, repair of DNA is with the help of enzyme DNA polymerase beta. Going
Can
ahead.
you repeat this?
Sure,
There
sure.
was some problem with audio, I think.
No problem. With regards to DNA polymerase alpha, while I was over here, I just said this is of RNA primer. Your replication in prokaryotes involved the enzyme RNA polymerase or primase. बट अगर वो सेम आरएनए प्राइमर मुझे रेप्लिकेशन इन यूकैरियोट्स में सिंथेसाइज करना है, then it is with the help of enzyme known as DNA polymerase alpha. Then second thing I said was, in case of DNA polymerase beta, it is involved in repair of DNA when it comes to replication. Hold on for a minute. I'm just waiting for some background noise to stop. Just a minute. Yes. So I said DNA alpha is involved for synthesis of RNA primer on both your leading and lagging strand. When it comes to DNA polymerase beta, it is involved in repair of DNA for replication in eukaryotes. But if you observe what you have written for repair of DNA for replication in prokaryotes, there the enzyme involved is DNA polymerase type 2. Here, DNA polymerase 2 participates in repair process when it is your replication in prokaryotes. But when you say about replication in eukaryotes, instead of DNA polymerase 2, you have DNA polymerase beta. अब सत्यनारायण में मिस्टेक क्या है? सत्यनारायण में they have said the function of DNA polymerase beta in replication in eukaryotes is equivalent to function of polymerase type 1 for replication in prokaryotes. तो वहां पे type 1 नहीं आएगा, type 2 आएगा. I hope तुम लोग को समझ रहा है what I just said. Replication in prokaryotes में DNA polymerase 2 involved है in repair process in replication in prokaryotes. But when it comes to replication in eukaryotes, it's not DNA polymerase type 2, but it is DNA polymerase beta. क्लियर है यहाँ तक? सो रिपेयर प्रोसेस जो है दोनों डीएनए में दे आर डिफरेंट. गोइंग अहेड, डीएनए पॉलीमरेज गामा. DNA polymerase gamma is basically involved in replication of mitochondrial DNA, which is not the case with your replication in prokaryotes. वहाँ पे हम लोगों ने ऐसा कुछ specific replication in mitochondrial DNA के बारे में बात नहीं किया. Going ahead, DNA polymerase delta, it is involved for replication on your leading strand and it also possesses proofreading activity. I repeat, DNA polymerase delta, it is involved for replication on leading strand and it also possesses proofreading activity. While it comes on DNA synthesis on your lagging strand, the enzyme involved is DNA polymerase epsilons and it also possesses proofreading activity. Now, one important thing to be noted over here is, which can create confusion in the upcoming slide, जो DNA polymerase delta है, which we have stated that it is involved in replication on the leading strand of DNA. It is not only on leading strand of DNA, it can also act on lagging strand. It is not specific that DNA delta will act on leading strand only. It can act on both the strands, leading, lagging, both. Same thing applies for DNA polymerase epsilon. It is not specific only to lagging. Even this can act on both. So ऐसे मत सोचना कि ये दोनों स्पेसिफिक है. डेल्टा मतलब लीडिंग पे एक्ट करेगा और एप्सिलॉन मतलब लैगिंग पे एक्ट करेगा. नहीं, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. They can act on both of them. There is no specificity. So don't think that it is specific to one. But yes, your Satyanarayan says that delta is only for this and epsilon is for this. But that's not the case. If you read few review articles, you will find that they both can act on interchangeable strands as well. Are we done till here? Any questions, any doubts? कुणाला काही विचारायचं आहे की आपण पुढे जाऊ?
Sir, can you
Yes.
say that the DNA polymerase 3 in prokaryotes is same as that of DNA polymerase delta or epsilon in eukaryotes?
Can you please repeat?
Can we say that the DNA polymerase 3 in the prokaryotes is same as that of DNA polymerase delta or epsilon in eukaryotes?
Right, because it was involved for proofreading activity as well, and here we are saying it for leading strand as well. So yes, delta and epsilons, you can state both of them.
Okay, sir.
Anything else? Can we go ahead?
Sir,
Yes, ma'am.
sir,
Bolo.
hello, sir. Proofreading in this proofreading, Epsilon also does proofreading on lagging strand, but in case of polymerase 2, it does not do proofreading also, right?
In case
That's
of DNA polymerase 3, the proofreading activity was specific on leading strand, yes. But here she mentioned delta and epsilons both because they can act interchangeably on both the strands, as I just told you. It's not going to be specific to one strand. What R. Satyanarayan is saying, it can act interchangeably on both the strands. Okay?
okay, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Just a minute. Alright, let's go to next slide. Now starting with replication in eukaryotes. Same way यहाँ पे भी diagram पे focus करना. Don't think on the tables. Ensure you are focusing on the diagram. Once you do it from diagrammatic point, it will be very easy and clear enough. So don't worry. So starting now with replication in eukaryotes. Replication in eukaryotes के लिए you have one enzyme DNA polymerase delta which is required, which is having proofreading activity as well. Other than that, we need various other factors, out of which one factor is proliferating cell nuclear antigen. I repeat, out of which one of the factors is proliferating cell nuclear antigen PCNA. We also need one more factor which is replication factor C, RFC. So it is just like अगर मेरे को एक टैबलेट बनाने का है तो मेरे को एक बाइंडर चाहिए, डाइल्यूएंट चाहिए, क्या क्या चाहिए, I'm just checking the raw materials required. मैगी बनाना तो I need this, I need that, I need this. Same में अगर मेरे को replication in eukaryotes करना है तो along with enzymes, what are additional things I require? I'm just checking that. So हम लोगों ने last slide में देखा I need those 5 enzymes. Other than those 5 enzymes, I need one factor which is PCNA, proliferating cell nuclear antigen, and I also need replication factor C, which is RFC. अभी कैसे एक्ट करते हैं and how do they take care of entire replication in eukaryotes? We'll take a look at it in the next slide. Just to tell you a simple thing over here, your enzyme DNA polymerase delta. This enzyme DNA polymerase delta, it is supposed to bind to PCNA, proliferating cell nuclear antigen. For DNA polymerase delta to bind to proliferating cell nuclear antigen, you need a replication factor C. अगर रेप्लिकेशन फैक्टर सी नहीं होगा तो डीएनए पॉलीमरेज डेल्टा पीसीएनए को बाइंड नहीं हो पाएगा. So replication factor C is just kind of, you can say, a cofactor which is required so that DNA polymerase delta can bind to PCNA. Is it clear till here? ये PCNA को sliding clamp भी बोलते हैं. Sliding clamp
Sir,
मतलब it will just slide
sir,
in.
can you repeat?
Yeah, I'll do it. We were talking about what are the various enzymes required for DNA synthesis during replication in eukaryotes. We just saw 5 enzymes in the initial slide: alpha, beta, gamma, delta, epsilons. ठीक है यहाँ तक? Further going, we saw another part of it wherein we discussed about other factors which are required for DNA synthesis. So one of the other factor was PCNA. This PCNA is known as proliferating cell nuclear antigen. Here it is. ये PCNA is involved during elongation of your DNA synthesis. I'll explain you how it works in the next slide. With regards to PCNA, your DNA polymerase delta, which was another prerequisite being set over here. Your DNA polymerase delta has to bind to pCNA. And if your DNA polymerase delta has to bind to pCNA, that only happens if you have a replication factor C. अगर replication factor C नहीं होगा तो DNA polymerase delta cannot to pCNA. अभी समझा? मतलब replication factor C होना जरूरी है. पहले replication factor से proliferating cell nuclear antigen को bind होगा. After that only DNA polymerase delta can bind to it. अगर रेप्लिकेशन फैक्टर सी बाइंड नहीं हुआ रहेगा प्रोलिफरेटिंग सेल न्यूक्लियर एंटीजन को पहले तो डीएनए पॉलीमरेज डेल्टा कैन नॉट बाइंड टू इट. इज इट क्लियर नाउ?
Yes, sir.
ओके, so just to put it in simple words, पहले रेप्लिकेशन फैक्टर से पीसीएनए को बाइंड होगा, वो दोनों का बाइंडिंग हो जाने के बाद डीएनए पॉलीमरेज डेल्टा कैन बाइंड टू इट, अदरवाइज डीएनए पॉलीमरेज डेल्टा कैन नॉट बाइंड टू इट. I hope we all are on one line. And just to tell you all, PCNA is also known as sliding clamp. Sliding clamp is just like जैसे घर पे विंडोज होते हैं, स्लाइडिंग विंडोज, क्या करते हैं, you just drag it from one side to other side. Same way this PCN is going to act as a sliding clamp wherein it will elongate the DNA. जब तक DNA पूरा elongate होके यहाँ तक नहीं आ जाता ना, तब तक PCNA will be there. और वो sliding clamp का loader means the one which is going to bear the weight of it. तो इधर अपना sliding clamp is PCNA. Here we have mentioned under sliding clamp called proliferating cell nuclear antigen. स्लाइडिंग क्लैम्प का लोड कौन बेयर कर रहा है, इसको कौन पिकअप कर रहा है? इट इज रेप्लिकेशन फैक्टर सी. सो स्लाइडिंग क्लैम्प इज बीइंग टेकन केयर बाय रेप्लिकेशन फैक्टर सी. दैट्स व्हाई रेप्लिकेशन फैक्टर सी इज नोन एज स्लाइडिंग क्लैम्प लोडर. स्लाइडिंग क्लैम्प लोडर, LOADER. लेट्स गो टू नेक्स्ट स्लाइड. अब मैंने वो सेम स्ट्रक्चर को, सेम पूरे डायग्रामेटिक रिप्रेजेंटेशन को थोड़ा कट किया है टू एक्सप्लेन इट इन अ बेटर वे. ऑब्जर्व, यहाँ पे एक पहले से एक ओकाजाकी फ्रैगमेंट है लैगिंग स्ट्रैंड का. दिस वन, द ब्लैक कलर रीजन ओवर हियर इज योर आरएनए प्राइमर. देन यू हैव अ पिंक कलर रीजन जहाँ पे आपके न्यूक्लियोटाइड्स है. दिस ओकाजाकी फ्रैगमेंट वाज प्रेजेंट earlier, so this is known as previous Okazaki fragment. Here we are talking specific to replication on lagging strand. Leading strand ka synthesis is same way as it goes for replication in prokaryote. Yes, you don't have DNA polymerase 3 over here, but your delta or epsilons takes care of the continuous synthesis on your leading strand. Here now we are talking specific to DNA synthesis on lagging strand. So here aapka template for lagging strand, you have a Okazaki fragment out of which you have one RNA primer over here. ये जो black color का region है, that is your RNA primer. The pink color part is the one which is consisting of nucleotides, so you call it previous Okazaki fragment. Then जैसे तुम लोग को याद होगा तो replication in prokaryotes में DNA A protein करके एक protein था. यहाँ पे instead of DNA A protein you have another protein which is known as replication protein A. तो यहाँ पे replication protein A आके bind होता है, वहाँ पे DNA A protein था. Rest almost everything stays the same. Going ahead, you form a complex DNA polymerase alpha. If you remember, DNA polymerase alpha was the one which was responsible for primer synthesis. So DNA polymerase alpha, which is responsible for primer synthesis, it first forms a complex with primase, and this DNA polymerase alpha and primase complex starts DNA synthesis. Just to put it in a sequential order, जैसे उसमें भी एंजाइम डीएनए हेलिकेज वाज सेपरेटिंग टू स्ट्रैंड्स ऑफ डीएनए, यहाँ पे भी एंजाइम हेलिकेज विल सेपरेट बोथ द स्ट्रैंड्स ऑफ डीएनए. गोइंग अहेड, अ रेप्लिकेशन प्रोटीन ए विल कम एंड इट विल बाइंड टू द सिंगल स्ट्रैंडेड डीएनए. नाउ अभी जो दोनों डीएनए स्ट्रैंड को सेपरेट कर दिया था, अब उसमें से एक सिंगल स्ट्रैंड को रेप्लिकेशन प्रोटीन ए आके बाइंड हो जाएगा. गोइंग अहेड, वहां पे next step would be formation of this complex. So this complex which is formed of DNA polymerase alpha and primase, this complex of DNA polymerase alpha and primase will initiate synthesis of Okazaki fragment. So दूसरे Okazaki fragment जो synthesize करने हैं, they will start from here. Any doubts, any questions on this slide? कुणाला काही विचारायचं आहे की आपण पुढे जाऊ?
Sir,
So can
Yes,
you
ma'am.
repeat once?
repeat, sir.
Sure, no problem. मैंने बोला जैसे पहले रेप्लिकेशन इन प्रोकैरियोट्स में हुआ था, वहां पे एक एंजाइम था डीएनए हेलिकेज। वो एंजाइम डीएनए हेलिकेज दोनों स्ट्रैंड को सेपरेट करता था। तो रेप्लिकेशन इन यूकैरियोट्स के टाइम भी वो पहले दोनों डीएनए स्ट्रैंड को सेपरेट कर देगा। एक बार उसने दोनों डीएनए स्ट्रैंड को सेपरेट कर दिया, देन देयर इज अ प्रोटीन नोन एज रेप्लिकेशन प्रोटीन ए। वहां पे रेप्लिकेशन प्रोटीन ए के बदले डीएनए ए प्रोटीन था, वहां पे डीएनए ए प्रोटीन आके बाइंड हो रहा था। यहाँ पे रेप्लिकेशन प्रोटीन ए विल कम एंड इट विल बाइंड टू द एक्सपोज्ड सिंगल स्ट्रैंडेड डीएनए। अभी डीएनए जो सिंगल स्ट्रैंडेड हो गया है, रेप्लिकेशन प्रोटीन ए आके उसको बाइंड होता है। So replication only bind to single stranded DNA, it cannot bind to double stranded DNA. So the sequence of steps will be, पहले आपका DNA हेलिकेज दोनों स्ट्रैंड को सेपरेट करेगा। एक बार वो दोनों डीएनए स्ट्रैंड सेपरेट हो गए, फिर रेप्लिकेशन प्रोटीन आके सिंगल स्ट्रैंडेड डीएनए को बाइंड होगा। अभी रेप्लिकेशन प्रोटीन आके सिंगल स्ट्रैंडेड डीएनए को बाइंड हो गया है। Next step is synthesis of other Okazaki fragments. One Okazaki fragment is already present over here, which is already being named as previous Okazaki fragment. So this previous Okazaki fragment has RNA primer. इतना जो black color का region है, that is your RNA primer. The pink color region is your nucleotides. That's how it is going. After that step, where replication protein A has bound to the single-stranded DNA, next step is a incoming complex, which is DNA polymerase alpha primase complex. तो डीएनए पॉलीमरेज अल्फा और प्राइमेज का कॉम्प्लेक्स आता है एंड देन इट इनिशिएट्स सिंथेसिस ऑफ अदर ओकाजाकी फ्रैगमेंट्स। हियर इट इज। तो यहाँ पे एक ओकाजाकी फ्रैगमेंट पहले से पड़ा है, अब दूसरा ओकाजाकी फ्रैगमेंट सिंथेसाइज कर रहे हैं फ्रॉम अदर साइड ऑफ इट। सो इट इज विद द हेल्प ऑफ योर कॉम्प्लेक्स डीएनए पॉलीमरेज अल्फा एंड प्राइमेज। इज इट क्लियर नाउ और शुड आई रिपीट? देयर इज नो प्रॉब्लम इफ बीइंग रिक्वायर्ड टू रिपीट एज वेल। Public?
So third point, like the enzyme
थर्ड पॉइंट में डीएनए पॉलीमरेज अल्फा और प्राइमेज का कॉम्प्लेक्स बनता है। ये जो डीएनए पॉलीमरेज अल्फा और प्राइमेज का कॉम्प्लेक्स है, दिस कॉम्प्लेक्स देन इनिशिएट्स डीएनए सिंथेसिस। पहले ये कॉम्प्लेक्स आएगा, फिर डीएनए सिंथेसिस स्टार्ट होगा। अब ये लैगिंग स्ट्रैंड के लिए हम लोग डीएनए सिंथेसाइज कर रहे हैं, तो लैगिंग स्ट्रैंड पे तो डीएनए सिंथेसिस हमेशा ओकाजाकी फ्रैगमेंट्स ही है। That's why they have said that this complex of DNA polymerase alpha and primase will initiate synthesis of Okazaki fragment.
Okay.
Is it clear now?
Yes.
Others, any questions? Anything to be asked? Is it clear? Yes, I can see yes in the chat box. I am going ahead. ठीक है, तो यहाँ तक I hope there is no problem. मैं वापस ये चीज नेक्स्ट स्लाइड पे भी रिपीट करूंगा, डोंट वरी। नाउ वी आर कमिंग टू द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट फेज ऑफ इट। तो पहले तो लास्ट स्लाइड के जो सीक्वेंस ऑफ इवेंट्स थे, आई विल रिपीट दैट। एक प्रीवियस ओकाजाकी फ्रैगमेंट है जहाँ पे एक आरएनए प्राइमर है व्हिच इज दिस ब्लैक कलर रीजन। आगे ये जो पिंक कलर का रीजन है दैट इज योर ऑलरेडी एडेड न्यूक्लियोटाइड्स। सबसे पहले क्या हुआ, वो डबल स्ट्रैंडेड डीएनए को डीएनए हेलिकेज ने सेपरेट किया। डीएनए हेलिकेज ने डबल स्ट्रैंडेड डीएनए को सेपरेट करने के बाद इट कन्वर्टेड इट इनटू सिंगल स्ट्रैंडेड डीएनए। तो दैट सिंगल स्ट्रैंडेड डीएनए, योर रेप्लिकेशन प्रोटीन ए RPA comes and binds to it, followed by further activity where your complex of DNA polymerase alpha and primase, DNA polymerase alpha और primase का complex आता है and it initiates synthesis of other Okazaki fragments. तो अगर Okazaki fragments synthesize करना है then obviously you will need a RNA primer. So this DNA polymerase alpha primase complex already has a RNA primer in it. यहाँ तक I hope सब कुछ एकदम clear है। So when it is saying primase activity of pole alpha primase complex, this pole alpha primase complex is nothing but your DNA polymerase alpha and primase का complex, जो हमने ये complex का बात किया। तो ये जो complex है DNA polymerase alpha and primase का, here it adds another 20 to 30 deoxyribonucleotides. तो ये जो black color का part था, that is always your RNA primer. If you are looking at mobile, just zoom in, you will be able to get better clarity. ये जो आरएनए प्राइमर था पहले से, दैट इज योर ब्लैक कलर पार्ट। यहाँ पे भी वही आरएनए प्राइमर है, यहाँ पे भी वही आरएनए प्राइमर है ब्लैक कलर। अब ये ब्लैक कलर के आगे जो पिंक कलर है, दोज आर 20 to 30 deoxyribonucleotides. ये 20 to 30 deoxyribonucleotides it's added with the help of enzyme DNA polymerase alpha. कॉम्प्लेक्स दोनों का था, कॉम्प्लेक्स डीएनए पॉलीमरेज और अल्फा प्राइमेस ये दोनों का कॉम्प्लेक्स था, बट जो 20 to 30 deoxyribonucleotides आगे ऐड हुए, दैट पिंक कलर वन, it is with the help of enzyme activity of DNA polymerase alpha. The next step involves binding of your replication factor C. तो पहले तो ये प्रीवियस ओकाजाकी फ्रैगमेंट था, रेप्लिकेशन प्रोटीन है यहाँ पे था, फिर डीएनए पॉलीमरेज अल्फा और प्राइमेस का कॉम्प्लेक्स आया जहाँ पे एक आरएनए प्राइमर था। ये डीएनए पॉलीमरेज अल्फा और प्राइमेस के कॉम्प्लेक्स में से डीएनए पॉलीमरेज अल्फा ने बाद में 20 to 30 deoxyribonucleotides ऐड करे। वो जो 20 to 30 deoxyribonucleotides डीएनए पॉलीमरेज अल्फा ने ऐड किए हैं वो ये दिस पिंक कलर वन। नाउ दिस इज सपोज टू बी टेकन हेड, इसको बड़ा करना है, इसको छोटा तो नहीं रहने देंगे। So the next step involves binding of your replication factor C. Here it is RFC. RFC basically करता क्या है? RFC adds another nucleotide in it. So your RFC serves as clamp loader. हम लोग ने पिछले स्लाइड में डिस्कस किया था। RFC will serve as a clamp loader and it will elongate the Okazaki fragment. Okazaki fragment यही है अपना जो DNA synthesize हो रहा था। तो आपका RFC replication factor C will basically elongate your Okazaki fragment to a final length of 150 to 200 base pairs. मतलब इसका काम बेसिकली एक ही है, इसको और बड़ा करना है। तो इफ यू ऑब्जर्व, पहले सिर्फ आरएनए प्राइमर था जो ये कॉम्प्लेक्स में से आया था, डीएनए पॉलीमरेज अल्फा और प्राइमेस के कॉम्प्लेक्स में से, फिर डीएनए पॉलीमरेज 20 to 30 बेस पेयर्स ऐड किए तो वो थोड़ा बड़ा हो गया, दिस पिंक कलर वन। फिर एक रेप्लिकेशन फैक्टर सी बाइंड हुआ टू प्रोलिफरेटिंग सेल न्यूक्लियर एंटीजन, जो हम लोगों ने इनिशियल स्लाइड्स में देखा था। ये रेप्लिकेशन फैक्टर सी ने क्या किया, इसने इसको और न्यूक्लियोटाइड बेस पेयर्स ऐड किए एंड इट ब्रॉट इट टू अ फाइनल लेंथ ऑफ अबाउट 150 to 200 बेस पेयर्स। सो इफ यू ऑब्जर्व, ये जो छोटा था यहाँ पे पिंक, वो यहाँ पे बड़ा हो गया है। दिस elongation is with the help of replication factor C along with proliferating cell nuclear antigen, wherein the proliferating cell nuclear antigen is sliding clamp, जो पहले स्लाइड में हमने लिखा था। जब proliferating cell nuclear antigen is your sliding clamp and your clamp loader, मैंने इनिशियल फर्स्ट स्लाइड में ही बोला था कि रेप्लिकेशन फैक्टर सी इज क्लैंप लोडर, सो हियर इट इज योर रेप्लिकेशन फैक्टर सी। यहाँ तक सब कुछ क्लियर है? एनी डाउट, एनी क्वेश्चंस? पब्लिक कुछ भी बाउंसर का तो अनम्यूट योरसेल्फ, जागो ग्राहक, एनी डाउट्स? क्या बात है, सबको सब कुछ समझ रहा है?
सर पीसीएनए को अपने स्लाइडिंग क्लैंप लोडर बोला था ना पहले?
नहीं, पीसीएनए इज ओनली स्लाइडिंग क्लैंप, वो सिर्फ स्लाइड करेगा। उसका क्लैंप लोडर इज आरएफसी, रेप्लिकेशन फैक्टर सी।
ओके सर।
हियर वी आर सर, स्लाइडिंग क्लैंप।
ओके सर।
Anyone, anything else? No. All right, let's go ahead. तो अभी यहाँ पे पीसीएन और रेप्लिकेशन फैक्टर से बाइंड हो गए। रेप्लिकेशन फैक्टर सी adds another nucleotides and brings it to a final length of 150 to 200 base pairs, और वहां पे डीएनए पॉलीमरेज डेल्टा बाइंड होता है पीसीएनए को। इफ यू रिमेम्बर, डीएनए पॉलीमरेज डेल्टा का बाइंडिंग हम लोग ने फर्स्ट स्लाइड पे ही देखा था। अगर रेप्लिकेशन फैक्टर सी होता है तो ये डीएनए पॉलीमरेज डेल्टा उसको बाइंड होता है। नाउ दिस डीएनए पॉलीमरेज डेल्टा हैज बाउंड टू पीसीएनए एंड इट फर्दर एलोंगेट्स इट, और बड़ा करेगा डीएनए पॉलीमरेज डेल्टा। It elongates it and this DNA synthesis continues till it approaches RNA primer of previous Okazaki fragment. जैसे replication in prokaryotes में देखा था, एक Okazaki fragment का DNA synthesis तब तक continue होता है जब तक उसके proximity में, जब तक उसके vicinity में दूसरा RNA primer नहीं आता है। इन लोग ने यहाँ पे RNA primer of previous fragment इसके लिए बोला है because they called this Okazaki fragment as previous Okazaki fragment. तो दिस इज योर प्रीवियस ओकाजाकी फ्रैगमेंट, दिस इज योर न्यूली सिंथेसाइज्ड डीएनए। तो जो न्यूली सिंथेसाइज्ड डीएनए है उसका डीएनए सिंथेसिस चल रहा है। ये डीएनए सिंथेसिस तब तक कंटिन्यू होता है जब तक बाजू में दूसरा आरएनए प्राइमर नहीं आता। सेम थिंग व्हाट वाज देयर इन रेप्लिकेशन इन प्रोकैरियोट्स। एक बार बाजू में दूसरा आरएनए प्राइमर आया तो फिर डीएनए सिंथेसिस स्टॉप्स ओवर हियर। अब ये डीएनए सिंथेसिस स्टॉप तो हो गया, बट जैसे वहां पे हम लोग ने आरएनए प्राइमर निकाला था, देयर आरएनए प्राइमर वाज रिमूव्ड विद द हेल्प ऑफ एंजाइम डीएनए पॉलीमरेज 1। Here your RNA primer removal is carried out by a group of enzymes. Two enzyme hai. One is RNase H, which is being mentioned over here, and another enzyme is endonuclease 1. FEN1. This is not FENI. It is flap endonuclease 1. Is everything clear till here? अब यहाँ से आरएनए प्राइमर को निकालेंगे ये दोनों मिलके RNase H and flap endonuclease 1 and further there will be again joining. तो यहाँ पे भी joining के लिए DNA ligase ही use होने वाला. Is it very much clear? Any doubt? Any questions in this entire flow of events?
Sir,
Yes, ma'am.
sir, third step, third या fourth step जो है जिसमें DNA polymerase alpha kinase complex निकल जाता है and then RFC bind होता है ना?
DNA polymerase alpha primase complex का बोल रहे हो आप?
हाँ, उसके बाद जो फोर्थ स्टेप है जिसमें RFC और PCNA है, so तब
Okay.
वो कॉम्प्लेक्स निकल गया है क्या?
हाँ,
DNA
उसने आके
polymerase
उसके न्यूक्लियोटाइड्स ऐड कर दिए. उसका काम था इनिशिएट करना, उसने यहाँ पे इनिशिएशन किया. फर्दर इट्स एक्टिविटी वाज टू ऐड न्यूक्लियोटाइड. उसने न्यूक्लियोटाइड्स ऐड किए एंड नाउ इट्स नॉट देयर एनीमोर.
ओके सर, समझा.
एनीवन एनीथिंग एल्स? मुझे ऐसा क्यों लग रहा है बाउंसर गया. Take 1 minute, revise whatever you have written in book and don't worry, then I'll revise whatever is there on the slide. We'll stick only to this particular flowchart. और entrance के time पे मेरे को सिर्फ ये diagram से ही पढ़ना है कि इधर से क्या आता है. There is no need to go to each and individual line. Take 1 minute. It is 11:58. The lecture will for sure shoot up to 12:15 minimum. So be ready for that extra 15 minutes. Don't worry, मैं 15 minutes में खत्म कर दूंगा आगे. But ensure that you finish this properly. So just go through whatever you have written till now and then we'll revise it. Ready? Let's get started. In prokaryotes, RNA primer is removed by DNA polymerase 1. Yes. But in eukaryotes, it is removed by H and flap endonuclease 1. Yes. Chat box read कर रहा हूँ, nothing else. ठीक है. Let's start. मैं बोलूँ कि कोई और बोलेगा. Let's catch hold of someone from. Bhakti, can you start?
Yes, sir.
Let's go ahead. Start.
So we started with replication in eukaryotes. First, we saw there are multiple replication sites in eukaryotes, and so there are multiple replication bubbles formed. Then we saw the different DNA polymerases enzyme in eukaryotes, which are 5. First one is alpha, which helps in synthesis of RNA primer in leading as well lagging strand. Then it was DNA polymerase beta, which helps in repair of DNA. Then delta, gamma DNA polymerase, which helps in replication of mitochondrial DNA, which was not there in prokaryotes. Then fourth were delta, that is replication on leading strand as well as proofreading, and epsilon, a replication of lagging strand as well as proofreading. But we saw that last two DNA polymerase are not specific, so they act on both leading and lagging strand. Then we started with the process. It involves first DNA polymerase delta, which binds to PCA.
Sorry to interfere. पूरा का पूरा एक साथ यही डायग्राम से बोल दो. No need to go in specific. यहाँ पे sequence of events में बता दे how does it go.
Okay, sir. So first, there is previous Okazaki fragment with RNA primer on it, and then there is DNA polymerase alpha and a complex with primase, which is called as pol alpha primase complex. It first adds 20 to 30 deoxyribonucleotide, which is added by DNA polymerase alpha, and then the binding of RFC, that is replication factor C, which elongates the Okazaki fragment to final length of about 150 to 200 base pairs. Then the replication complex approaches to RNA primer of previous Okazaki fragment, and it finally removes the RNA primer by two enzymes, that is RNase A, H, RNase H, and flap endonuclease 1.
Sticking.
And last, it is sticking is done by DNA ligase.
Great. All right. Going to the last part for today's lecture. वहाँ पे भी type 2 topoisomerase था, type 1 भी था. Here we are talking specific to inhibitor of type 2 topoisomerase. So here also it can cut both the strands and reseal the DNA and solve supercoil formation. यहाँ पे type 1 topoisomerase है कि नहीं, I need to check again. But whatever I checked earlier, type 1 topoisomerase was not being mentioned. It was only type 2 topoisomerase. One important thing to be remembered with regards to different drugs like ciprofloxacin, novobiocin, and nalidixic acid. These all three drugs which are used as antibacterial agents, they inhibit bacterial DNA gyrase. Bacterial DNA gyrase inhibit होगा, bacterial DNA gyrase inhibit होगा तो सुपर कॉइल का प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व नहीं होएगा बैक्टीरिया में सुपर कॉइल का प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व नहीं होगा तो सुपर कॉइल फॉर्मेशन विल अकर इन बैक्टीरिया. And since there will be supercoil formation occurring in bacteria, cells replication will stop. सेल का replication stop हो जाएगा तो cells multiply ही नहीं होंगे. Cells multiply नहीं होंगे तो फिर there won't be any problems. The bacterial infection won't increase. समझा what was? Just first write down inhibitors of bacterial DNA gyrase और ये तीनों drugs का नाम लिख लो. I will repeat it. Just note down inhibitors of bacterial DNA gyrase and note down these three names.
सर
Yes, ma'am.
यूकेरियोट्स में भी SFB होता है ना, सिंगल स्ट्रैंड बाइंडिंग प्रोटीन.
Eukaryotes in which we are doing now. Didn't find that across. Leninger में देखा था?
नहीं सर, क्वेश्चन
नहीं there is nothing like this involved to keep both the strands separate over here.
ओके.
Equivalency नहीं है, मतलब उसके जैसे एक्टिविटी यहाँ पे नहीं है.
सर जो दोनों में कॉमन एंजाइम्स है प्रोकैरियोट्स और यूकेरियोट्स में, वो है हेलिकेज, लाइगेज और गायरेज ना.
Yes. गायरेज का दूसरा नाम टाइप 2 टोपोइसोमरेज. बैक्टीरियल गायरेज का मैंने ये बोला कि जो टाइप 2 टोपोइसोमरेज होता है डीएनए गायरेज, वो क्या करता है? इट अवॉइड्स सुपरकॉइल फॉर्मेशन. अगर सुपरकॉइल फॉर्मेशन नहीं होगा तो रेप्लिकेशन चलते रहेगा. अगर मेरे को रेप्लिकेशन इनहिबिट करना है, अगर मैं रेप्लिकेशन इनहिबिट करूंगा तो ही बैक्टीरियल सेल्स मल्टीप्लाई नहीं होंगे. बैक्टीरियल सेल्स मल्टीप्लाई नहीं होंगे तो बैक्टीरियल इन्फेक्शन विल गेट क्योर्ड. सो आवर मोटिव इज टू स्टॉप बैक्टीरियल रेप्लिकेशन. बैक्टीरियल रेप्लिकेशन स्टॉप करने के लिए इफ आई इनहिबिट द एंजाइम टाइप 2 टोपोइसोमरेज तो अपने आप बैक्टीरिया विल फेस प्रॉब्लम ऑफ सुपरकॉइल फॉर्मेशन. और अगर बैक्टीरिया में सुपरकॉइल फॉर्मेशन हो, बैक्टीरिया वोंट गेट रेप्लिकेट ओनली. Is it clear how those three drugs act, how they are used in antibacterial action? Any doubts, any questions? Last one, same way cancer में भी. Yeah, sorry, बोलो.
So just one doubt regarding the process which we did just before. So
Yeah.
after the work of DNA pol alpha and trimase complex is done, then RFC binds to PCNA.
PCNA is also coming at that stage only. PCNA पहले से नहीं होता. So first PCNA will come in and then RFC will come and bind to PCNA.
And then polymerase delta binds to the complex. And
Right.
around it.
Right.
Okay. Okay.
Last part, same way cancer में होता है. Cancer is also uncontrolled growth of cells which will occur because of replication. So you want to avoid that. In that case, अगर आप cancer cells में human topoisomerase को inhibit कर देते हो, so those all drugs will act as anti-cancer agents. So examples of anti-cancer agents basically include adriamycin, etoposide, doxorubicin. These three anti-cancer agents act by inhibiting human topoisomerase. So mechanism of action of anti-cancer drugs like adriamycin, etoposide, and doxorubicin is inhibition of human topoisomerase. Ashta, What is the side effect of doxorubicin?
Toxicity.
हाँ,
Cardiotoxicity.
ग्रेट. डॉक्सोरोबिजिन का ADR है कार्डियोटॉक्सिसिटी, एंड एड्रामाइसिन का दूसरा नाम क्या है?
Erythromycin नहीं याद है.
डोनोरोबिसिन किसका नाम है?
डोनोरोबिसिन वो डॉक्सोरोबिसिन में ही आता है, उसका सेकंड क्लास है, मतलब
If I'm
डॉक्सोरोबिसिन
not
का
wrong,
नेक्स्ट ब्रांच.
एड्रामाइसिन is another name for डोनोरोबिसिन. या तो
चेक
ब्रांड्स
करना
है, ठीक
पड़ा.
है, चलेंगे, मैं चेक करता हूँ एक बार. As of now, just remember these three drugs inhibit human topoisomerase and they act as anti-cancer agents in that way. And same way there are nucleotide analogs. Analogs मतलब जो nucleotide जैसे रहेंगे. तो uracil के बदले आप 5-fluorouracil डाल दो, तो it will be a wrong sequence, and that's how they will act as anti-cancer agents. So ये दोनों actually speaking pharmchem का part है, but since it was correlated over here with replication, ideally anti-cancer agents में cover होना चाहिए. How do they act? But they are correlated, so I've taken them together over here. I hope you have noted down this as well. Let's start with the questions. Question ध्यान से पढ़ना. प्रोकैरियोट्स और यूकैरियोट्स दोनों का साथ में. सिंपल एक ही पकड़ के मत चलना.
सर
Yes, ma'am.
लास्ट स्लाइड पे जाओ ना. डन सर, थैंक यू.
Welcome. Ruby, any doubts? You have texted in the chat box. Eukaryotes last two step. Replication का.
यस सर. तभी ना. हेलो.
Yes.
हेलो.
Yes, you are audible.
सर तभी इज नॉट वर्किंग. हाँ
No
सर,
problem.
तभी ना
So
आपका वॉइस नहीं आ रहा था लास्ट 3 स्टेप्स.
यहाँ तक क्लियर है. DNA polymerase delta comes and
बाइंडिंग ऑफ
binds to it.
डीएनए पॉलीमरेज. यस
Okay.
यस.
So DNA polymerase delta आ गया है. It has bound to PCN and RFC. After that, DNA polymerase delta causes further elongation. This elongation will continue till the time there is another RNA primer in vicinity. जैसे replication in prokaryotes में था, vicinity में दूसरा RNA primer आया था, तो DNA synthesis had stopped. Same way यहाँ पे जैसे RNA primer आता है बाजू में, this DNA synthesis will stop. Now this DNA synthesis has stopped. वहाँ पे भी हम लोग ने RNA primer को निकाला था, जो पहले RNA primer था. There that RNA primer removal was done by DNA polymerase 1. यहाँ पे this RNA primer is removed by a group of two enzymes, which is RNase H and flap endonuclease 1, FEN1. So these two enzymes will remove RNA primer over here. जैसे वहाँ पे DNA polymerase 1 ने निकाला था. Then there is a fine gap which is present over there. Gap is being filled by DNA ligase. DNA ligase का काम ही है sticking. So it will do that sticking again. Clear है अभी?
हाँ.
Repeat करूँ or is it clear? Let's go to questions. रूबी डाउट क्लियर है ना? माइक चल नहीं रहा है. But is the doubt clear, Ruby? Topoisomerase 4 इसमें होता है. That's a different process. We'll take it up ahead.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I hope you have written down answers to 7 questions. Let's just look after the answers. Ashutosh.
Yes, sir.
Let's start, sir. First question.
Single site replication.
Second.
Prokaryotic. Any
बुक में पेज मत घुमा.
hello.
Answer. Inhibitors of bacterial DNA gyrase. अरे अभी तो किया, लास्ट स्लाइड था. सिप्रोफ्लॉक्सासिन, मैलिडिक्सिक एसिड, नोवाबायोसिन.
हाँ सर यार लिखा नहीं वो.
रोल ऑफ रेप्लिकेशन प्रोटीन ए. इनिशिएशन के लिए रिक्वायर्ड है. Let's go ahead. What are the number of replication
Hello.
bubbles in eukaryotes? चलेगा आशुतोष. I have answered it. No problem. I guess voice lag हो रहा. In case of replication bubbles in eukaryotes, सबसे difficult question है. So answer is multiple replication bubbles in eukaryotes. Role of PCNA, proliferating cell nuclear antigen. It was acting as sliding clamp. Sliding clamp, not sliding clamp loader. If the question was role of RFC, replication factor C, answer would have been sliding clamp loader. Removal of RNA primer carried out by DNA polymerase 1 in replication in prokaryotes, and removal of RNA primer is carried out by RNase H and flap endonuclease 1 in replication in prokaryotes. Last one, role of DNA polymerase beta, DNA repair, right? Alright then, that's done for now. Take a break, lunch kar lo, sleep for the next 2 hours. We'll meet up again at 4 in the evening, 4 to 6. Transcription bhi aaj khatam kar lenge. Don't worry, it is only for today that you have 2 lectures back to back in a span of 2 hours, so that replication and transcription khatam ho jaye. Tomorrow we'll continue with our antibiotics we started during last lecture, and from tomorrow we'll start with a part of industry ready professional. तो कल हम लोग इंडस्ट्री रेडी प्रोफेशनल के लिए सिर्फ एक छोटा सा पार्ट देखने वाले, wherein we'll basically see how to write a review article, how to download articles which are logged. So I'll practically show you what are the websites from where you can download different logged articles as well, and if there is any specific agenda to be followed while writing a review or research article as well. ऐसा कुछ specific भी होगा तो even that I'll let you know. Anything to ask? Any doubts? Any questions?
Yes, sir. Sir,
Yeah.
in replication, there is this part of DNA damage, DNA mutation, recombination. So, is that important?
No. Our
In
DNA we'll do
Satyanarayana.
later. No, not required.
Okay.
We'll do our DNA later. तो vector specific बात करना है, plasmid, cosmid. That will take care of. Or else, as of now, just stick to this.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.